Hello, 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 my late night stain of Cosimanian Orthodox. Well, I got an idea. I know, everybody runs for the hills when I get an idea. People hide under their beds when I get an idea. One of these days, the idea will be to clean out this office. I'm going to live that long. Anywho, I got an idea. Weather's getting warm now. Spring. Between spring storms, and we get the occasional warm day. You listen, you got your windows open. Everything's nice, and all of a sudden you get noise outside. People let their children out. Young people out. Horrible, isn't it? Just think of how quiet it would be if we could lock them all away somewhere and then just harvest them for transplant parts. Well, we don't get to do that. Yet. We will, but not yet. Well, I got an idea, and this idea is going to be more fun than bombing Mecca with pork chops. What could be more fun than bombing Mecca with pork chops, you think? Simple. Think of them outside, not as producers of noise, as suppliers of energy, or as we call it in vampire terms, dinner. So how do we do this? How do we feed on them and the surplus energy they have that just goes to waste? Now, why shouldn't we use it? No reason. No reason at all. Oh, there'll be people that go, no, you're not supposed to do that. No, bad, bad. I'm flapping my wimple wrist at you. No, bad. Like we care. Yeah, we're really going to worry that they think it's bad. We're going to lose sleep over it. This is Uncle Chucky you're talking to. Come on, give me a break. Okay, how do we do this? Well, it's like everything I do. It's simple. Incredibly simple. We start with a thought form. I really like thought forms. I really do. They do most of the heavy lifting. And at my age, having someone to do the heavy lifting is a very important thing. If I can find someone to do the heavy enough lifting, maybe I can get this place cleaned. But that's neither here nor there. Make the thought form. We put it out there. What does this thought form do? What it does, it simply collects the surplus energy off of them. It taps into their spleen chakras. Doesn't matter whose. You can set whatever limits on that in the thought form. Tap into their spleen chakra, and then you draw from that energy. And how do we do this? First, we make the thought form. We all know how to make thought forms. You visualize whatever, the sphere works, the ball, artillery shell, whatever. No, an artillery shell wouldn't work. A ball works. It's an ordinary beach ball, whatever. And have it floating around in the air outside, where the noisy little monsters gather. And whenever they go out, you charge this thing up, like to do the work, and you program it. And then you take a piece of paper. I hold in my hand a piece of paper. And without haggling, you write the name of the thought form on it. This is your material link, your witness to the thought form. It's very important. Now, what happens? How do you do this? You're sitting in your room or your office or the living room and you hear this horrible, god-awful noise outside. instead of getting all mad and visualizing a black mass descending on them and crushing them into little bits of goo, which is what you normally would want to do, you think, dinner is served. You have your trusty handy-dandy vampire machine. This is a good little device, isn't it? You have your witness sample of the thought form. And, of course, the handsomest man in the world. Well, maybe. Not as young as I used to be. But anyway, you have to picture yourself, okay? I take the vampire machine. We have the slot here, the input. Piece of paper goes in there. Picture yourself on top. Turn it on. And let it sit. And then go back to doing what you're doing. And all that energy that's being put out outside, all that noisy energy, yummy. And it has a side benefit. It really does. The more of that energy you absorb, the less active they become. And eventually they get tired and go inside and do tired things. And you get the energy, and everyone else ultimately gets the peace and quiet. What more can you want? Free energy, peace and quiet. These are good things. At least for you. For them, who cares? They're dinner. Don't worry about them. Anyway, this has been your old friend, the nefarious archfiend himself, the agent of the Antichrist. Oh, I had fun with that all those years. Uncle Chucky. Have a thoroughly, delightfully evil day.